we want to look at subtracting mixed numbers. Now, just like when we added mixed numbers, we see that we have a whole number column and a fraction column. We also see that we have to have common denominators to add or subtract and work with fractions. So we have to find a common denominator between 10 and 5. Now here's the neat trick. I can count by 5s and get to 10. 5, 10. Oh, so 10 is going to be my common denominator that I can use to work this problem. So I have to figure out, well, how do I rename 2/5? Well, I'm going to multiply it by a fraction equal to 1, 2 over 2. Why 2 over 2? Well, when I counted by 5s, 5, 10, it took me 5 times 2 gives me 10. So I want to get that new denominator of 10. Whatever I multiply the bottom by, I have to multiply the top by. That's why it's a fraction equal to 1. So it doesn't change the value, just changes the name. So I'm going to get 3 and 4/5. Oh, I'm sorry. Not 3 and 4/5, 3 and 4/10. Then I can just slide 4 and 7/10 over. And then I would just subtract like it were any other type problem. Subtract my fractions. 7/10 minus 4/10 is 3/10. And then I subtract my whole numbers. 4 minus 3 is 1. So 4 and 7/10 minus 3 and 2/5 gives me 1 and 3/10. Here's another mixed number subtraction problem. 5 and 3/4 minus 2 and 7/10. Now when I count by 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, I can't get to 10. And when I count by 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I can't get to 4. So how am I going to find that common denominator that I use to work this problem? Well, I'm going to have to find the least common multiple of 4 and 10. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. So there are my first 10 multiples of 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And there are my first 10 multiples of 10. So I want to find the common multiples that 10 and 4 have. Well, they share 20 and they share 40. The least common multiple is the smallest one, 20. So I want to rename both of my fractions here so they have denominators of 20. So I multiply each one by a fraction equal to 1. Well, what times 4, because I'm working with my denominator, gives me 20. Well, 5 times 4, so my fraction equal to 1 is 5 over 5. So my whole number carries over because 5 times 1 is 5. 3/4 gets renamed to 15/20. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. Okay. What times 10 is going to give me 20? Well, I look. 10 times 2 is 20. So my fraction equal to 1 here is 2 over 2. My whole number carries over because 2 times 1 is 2. And then my renamed fraction is 14/20. 7 times 2 is 14. 10 times 2 is 20. And now I can just simply subtract. 15 minus 14 is 1/20. 5 minus 2 is 3. Again, same procedure as adding mixed numbers. We have to have common denominators to add or subtract any fraction problem. and then we add or subtract the fraction column. Then we can look at adding or subtracting the whole number column and making a mixed number.